thanks for tuning in. This is OPTIBOTIMUS coming to you with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Kids Logic Mecha Nations 03 Megatron. They're third in the line and possibly one of the absolute best. This guy's really very terrific. You got a very cool image here on the front of him. Come around here to the top, you got the Decepticon logo, you got Megatron written in this nice reflective silver text. Come down here to the bottom, there's nothing. Come around here to the back, you got all the features put right here for you so that you can see what you're basically getting. Got a really cool image of the actual figure. You got two facial expressions, one with a kind of grumpy look and then one with an angry open mouth look, which looks terrific. You got the fusion cannon, which both spins, lights up, and kind of makes a sound too. I don't know if that's actually part of the gimmick or just the actual motor doing it and there's no real way to make that quiet, but it's still there. He's got his Energon mace, has a metal finish, 6 replaceable hands, and 23 points of articulation. As you can see, it is also an officially licensed product. You got the Hasbro logo down there. It's also why it's Megatron and Transformers. So it's absolutely terrific that this is an officially licensed product, Takara and all that stuff. You open this up, it just slides out from the side, and then again, it's one of those boxes that it just throws me off because it opens backwards for me. So you open it up and you got the tray on the inside. And I don't know why it's a big deal for me, but I mean, it should open like this. I don't know. I'm weird. I have no explanation for my weirdness. It's just, I'm weird. So you put this back in there. Well, kind of line that back up. And then you got all the people responsible for this, including the creative producer, but you got the product designers, the sculptors, all that stuff on here. Giving credit where credit is due. And that's the important thing. You got the real cool Decepticon logo. As I said, this is their third one that they've done. They've done Optimus Prime, they've done Black Convoy, and now we have Megatron here. And as I said, Megatron probably is my favorite one so far, and I absolutely love this guy. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. All right, guys, so here we have Megatron opened up and out of his packaging. And as I said in the beginning, this really is my favorite that we've gotten so far. Now, Optimus Prime, Black Convoy, they're all great figures. This one, though, just really has a just more high quality feel to it, and that's not to say that the other ones don't. Those other ones absolutely do, but this one actually contains diecast, which really does help to bring it even higher in terms of an adult collectible. Starting off with his accessories first, he does come with, in addition to the 2 pairs of close-fisted hands that are on him, he does come with 2 open kind of palms. They're just a little bit more relaxed, and then you get 2 that are like him waving. It's like I'm waving using the force or whatever. He does come with his Energon mace, which has a lot of different points of articulation. You can see that it gets a nice little wavy thing going, which is cool. I like it, but one thing that does throw it off is that when you have it attached to him, it just kind of droops. So I almost would have preferred it if they didn't articulate this, if they left it alone, because when you put it in his arm, if you have it kind of above his head, it's just gonna fall down. I love the idea with this. I just don't necessarily think it works all that well. I much would have preferred just to have this in a molded position, something maybe, I don't know, let me get that. And it's not, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not as, there's like one joint there, one joint there, that one has a joint. So it's not all links and things like that, but I mean, it just would have been able, you would have been able to get into more dynamic poses if you just left it in as a molded piece or something. But I really do dig it, don't get me wrong, it's a wonderful piece. And if Optimus Prime came with the Energon axe, Megatron had to come with his mace. And that's perfect that they did it. He does have the 2 faces that I talked about. As you can see, I have his regular face on there. He also does come with one with a very angry look on it, which is very cool and has a very cool look, especially when you have the fusion cannon attached. Which, here's the fusion cannon. It comes in a separate piece like this that you just take the little clip off here and then you put it right back on there. This is really nice as well. You can see a really nice purple translucent bit in there. You got the battery compartment right here on the side. This is actually the switch to turn it on. And then you can see that you got some purple translucent, well, I'll put it on the side here, maybe you can actually see it through the light here. You can see the purple in there, and then that also lights up. Now, like I said, I'm getting this, well, here, let me see. Put that there. You also do get the display stand with the Decepticon logo, Transformers, and then the very nice flexible stand right here with the little clips on. I really love these. These are really great pieces. Now, for the fusion cannon, this is actually really very cool. I mean, you can see that it's got some actual numbers printed right down here, which is neat. You come around here. There's some other ones that, like, on the side here, it says Megatron and stuff like that, so that's really cool. But like I said, it lights up, it has sounds, and it actually rotates. So what you're seeing here, hopefully this shows up fairly well, you just push the button down, and you can see it starts slowly lighting up. I mean, you can see that it's a low buildup in terms of the light intensity. So it slowly gets brighter. You can see the motor starts turning. Lights get more and more intense. The motor picks up. You can start hearing that a little bit more. And then you can see that's the max speed that it's going to go. And that is really very, very cool. I mean, you got the light that comes through here on the side. And it's actually, it seems like it's getting even more loud. But that is wickedly awesome. Now, the noise can be a little bit annoying. I mean, that is really going in there. I mean, really very fast motor in there. You can hear it, and that does kind of annoy some people. I don't think it's really all that bad, to be totally honest. Maybe if it had a little bit more of a gun blasting sound, it would be nice. But, I mean, I just think that the whole idea in general is ridiculously awesome. I mean, everything about that is really very cool. Now, to put them on here, you come here to this arm, and this whole section right here, this will detach. It's kind of tough to do. Get this, it pegs in there. There we go. Pull that off, bring this up, and put this there. I always get it confused of which side's which. Oh, there we go. That was actually a whole lot easier than I needed it to be, and I'm sitting here complaining. And then that just clips on there. And now you have this. Oh, do I have it clipped all the way? Let's see here. No, I don't. Let's see here. Make sure that's clipped on. There we go. Now we got it clipped on there all the way. So, I mean, once you have that on there, now you have that iconic Megatron look. One thing, well, this just pegs on there. I don't know why it keeps flopping off, but one thing that this in turn does make him a little bit heavier on this side, because this is a heavier piece. But holy crap, that is absolutely awesome. I mean, everything about this is just so stupidly cool. I absolutely love it. I keep hitting the button on there. Now, as I mentioned, there is diecast. There's some, well, there's this helmet that kind of flops up. Oh, I turned his eyes on too. I'm just ruining everything here. Showing everything before I'm supposed to be showing everything. But this piece right here, this is diecast. He's got diecast in the back of his feet. He's got some diecast in his actual face. That's how this actually attaches, because it's magnetic. I'm feeling the cold parts on him to see. I think this has, these are a little bit, these front pieces here are die-cast as well. So there was a lot of that die-cast in here that, like I said, really just elevates this and makes it a very strong figure, and much better than I ever honestly did anticipate. Now for his articulation, and as you can see, the die-cast does make him a little bit wobbly here because it wants to pull him back, especially with this section. This is very heavy, so you kind of have to counterbalance this with his arm. If you put it back, you can see that it kind of flops him back. You bring this up and you can kind of counterbalance him to stay up a little bit further. So you do have all that. For his articulation though, it's really well done. The head looks left, right, looks down a little, looks up a little. I keep hitting the button because the button here is on the back for his eye, so I just keep hitting that. And then you can take this off. That's how you remove the actual face, and then you have to wiggle it around there, find that little slot, and then just push it down there. But it always kind of pushes that light to turn his head, or the eye lights on, and it's kind of annoying, to be honest, but it's very cool still. The shoulders rotate in and out. This section here moves up and down, moves in and out a little bit, just like so. I can keep hitting this button. He does rotate at the waist. You can extend this up, and then you can get some more flexibility here in the actual abdomen area. You can see it rotates off to the side. That side, very tight, squeaky joints, and I just put that right there.
push that all the way down. So you do have that rotation. Come down here, these little panels move outward so you can move his legs out. It is a tight joint that you do want to be careful with when you're rotating it so you don't damage anything. Moves forward and back. It rotates at the upper part of the thigh, bends here at the knee. The feet move forward, back. They pivot side to side, and this is like I said, is metal, so you can actually flex that. But because it's metal, you do have to be careful with it because it is very stiff. Now, because I keep pulling the face off, like I said, this is just the magnet. This detaches just like so, and then you can take this, put that on there, and honestly, I love that look a whole lot more. You can get that look, get his gun up, position that, get a nice little wide pose with them, get them standing. And seriously, how cool does this look? Now, as you can see, I keep hitting this button here in the back. The button is actually right there. That has another little push button right in here. So as you move that down, you do have to be careful to make sure that you don't hit that button. And I constantly keep doing it. It's just the nature of the way that the design is. The Decepticon logo, you don't push it. You got the actual button right here. For some reason, I think that there might be a short in the wire here because as you can see, it's flickering, and I don't necessarily know why it's doing that. I wish it didn't, but it also might be the batteries that are in there. I'm not 100% sure if I have them completely pushed in there properly or connected well, but I mean, everything on here honestly is, I keep saying it, just really absolutely impressive. I'm not a big fan of the actual mace here. You can put it on there, and as I said, you bring it over his head and it just droops down, so that's unfortunate. I wish it did have a little bit more articulation, or lack of articulation, I really should say, because that looks strange to me. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the way that actually looks. So it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a weird look for him. Here you have him next to Optimus Prime, and as you can see, Megatron is a little bit bigger, and that works perfect for me. I really think that that's a very cool scale. Now, one thing that I will say is that Optimus does have a lot more lights. He's got the logo, he's got the eyes, that's the same thing that Megatron has, but he has the light up chest with the Matrix, he's got the light up feet. Megatron doesn't have that, but he does have the light up and motorized fusion cannon. In addition to that, he also does have the diecast, which does make him a little bit more floppy, as you can see in this video, but I think the trade-off is perfectly fine. The guy is great. I really feel bad because I'm not using any other adjectives to describe this guy, but I really did not think that he was going to be this good, and he really, really is, and it just makes me absolutely want more of these to come out much quicker than they are. Now, we do know that we're getting a larger size in scale version of Starscream with this, so that's going to be very cool to have. Starscream is a very fun character that a lot of people like. I am hopeful that they're going to do a lot more, such as Soundwave as well as Grimlock, even Bumblebee. We've got them in that smaller 3 3/4 inch scale. So I would venture to guess that if we're going to get them in that scale, we're going to get them in this scale at some point in time as well. But if you watch this video and you haven't been able to figure out that I recommend them, I don't know what's wrong with you. But I really do like the guy, and I strongly recommend him. Especially if you're into the super deformed look, this is just a cool representation of Megatron. So all that being said, if you are interested in picking this guy up, go ahead and click on the link down in the video description. You'll go to Kid Logic's Facebook page, where you can find a distributor that's local to you, where you can pick this guy up and you can add him to your collection today. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Don't forget that you can keep in touch with me by liking my Facebook page at facebook.com/teambotimus and by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. Also, I'd encourage you to check out my new website at optibotimusreviews.com, where you can see all my videos from the previous week, see what I have coming up for future release, and also get your very own Optibotimus t-shirt. And finally, guys, I'd also really appreciate it that if you like this review, don't forget to please like, comment, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.